Welcome back to another episode of That's That.
That's that.
And that's that.
Episode 3.
Is this episode 3?
Episode 3. I mean, this was a tough one to pull together.
This
It was a logistical nightmare setting this thing up.
They all are.
They all are. Yeah, we got to like go from
How she
logistical
goes.
nightmare to now like pull it all together and be like friendly.
Somehow.
Yeah, not just angry at GoPros.
Yeah, GoPros. We're on the backup camera today.
Yeah.
It'd be awesome if everything was just smooth when you want it to be.
It'll work one day.
Not
One day.
One day it'll click.
one day it will click.
Well, we were saying we were talking about the stage and some of the quirks of the
Right.
stage. Yes, as you were saying, Justin, I demand. No. I like having a lane so that people can see me.
I feel you.
I like having the lane because I feel as a drummer and all the other bands I play in, especially as soon as you get a microphone and you start talking and people are in front of you, like the rest of the band, just no one knows where the voice is coming from.
That's for sure.
It's like, who's talking? And then plus it gets philosophical. Like if you aren't seeing,
You don't
did
exist.
you even, did you even play the gig?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So, but you do a lot of addressing to the crowd, which is
Yeah.
why and that's a duty I like to pass off.
I got to make eye contact. You know what I mean? I don't want to be staring at someone.
Just wonder where this voice is coming from.
Yeah, exactly. It's hard.
Sure, makes sense.
I like the laneway. I appreciate that, you guys give me the laneway.
That's always been the Dreamboat's way.
It's not
I
that
think.
you get
him a
it.
lane.
You're always looking for a little more.
Chris, a little more to the left.
yeah.
I mean that in the best way.
If you want to stand there, it's cool. But I'm just like, just want to make sure.
No, I'm like, Chris, final resting place?
final
Yeah,
resting
the guy's
place.
still loading in. I'm just like, I need to know once these drums are set up, I need to know what my space is.
I feel you.
But what do you guys, Justin? We'll start with you. What's like a quirk of the stage? Like for example, I know you need to have your set list like taped down. And that's not really
Yeah, I
a
like
quirk,
that.
but it's like always wrapped like
just feels pro
nicely.
with it.
Yeah. Just looks
what
pro,
else?
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Besides that, it's becoming the fan. Having a fan.
Yeah, you bring your own fan.
Oh, here you got it. Yeah, honestly, I've been mooching off some of your fans.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not gonna lie, man.
You're hitting that rotate dial.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get a straight line here. Constant.
Can I get in on that rotation?
Oh my god,
I need
It's getting
like a
wider
person
by the
that's-
day.
there
Wider
you
by the
go.
show.
There you go.
Yeah, the fan. That's cool.
That's nice.
Yeah, but
quirk.
you have a high attention to detail, like just with the little things. Everything's always put together nicely, and yeah, like the set list just taped. It looks so legit. Like I got mine blowing away in the wind. I put
Yeah.
a beer on it. You
Yeah,
know what
I
I
used to
mean?
put it
Justin
under-
comes in
under the-
first show, duct tape.
Yeah, I'm like,
I used to put like the tip of my like mic stand over it and so it's like hold it in place, and
Flapping at the
stepping
outdoor
on it,
gigs. Yeah,
grinding it to the ground.
yeah,
that's one look.
yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely one
You
look.
upped our set list game.
That's good.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Get the gaff tape.
Richie, what about you? What's like some stage little quirk or something you demand or you need to have a good show?
I think these days, just above all, I think it's just having just hearing myself be able to sing, like just get that the monitor going. I don't mind anything else. Like if I can hear the drums, for the most part, a lot of like the things I play are just muscle memory. So even if like the mix isn't that huge, especially with like playing guitar, I still get the point across. But like I just need to hear
You need to
myself,
hear
so I'm not
yourself.
like blowing my voice out, kind of thing. Yeah.
Justin's got the.
I like getting a whole show in my speaker.
I was just gonna say, man. Every time
Yeah,
we're
just
mixing
got
the
the-
monitors,
Justin's
Justin's
got the
like,
most
"Can I hear
demanding-
Tom
yeah,
1?" And
yeah.
the guy's just like,
I know. Yeah. Are you panning those? I'm like, what are you doing with the EQ on the rack, Tom?
"You got a whole show in your mix." Me and Chris are just like, "I only hear my thing." You got a whole show, man. Yeah, you're mixing rack Tom in that monitor.
I love when I get to the point where it's like I'm past volumes and I'm like, what's the EQ? Can I get separate EQ in this monitor over here?
Yeah, man. Those guys are just
High,
like,
high attention to detail. It's crazy.
It makes the show fun though. I like
Definitely.
think of so many times of having no like monitor at all, or it just sounds so bad on stage. And I'm like, if it's there, I'm like, all right, I want it all.
yeah. You
Yeah.
want the whole show.
Is the sub working below me? Turn it up. I want to feel that.
Oh, we
Exactly.
felt it
Yeah,
last
they
week.
for sure.
I just feel weird sometimes, like unless there's like a guy that's really, really comfortable with communicating. I don't feel like when I'm asking for a little this, a little bit of that I feel like I'm being a burden or something.
I like to test them, so they're on their. They're like, oh, I'm doing a show right
but not
now.
to say that like you know, you worry about that. But like, yeah, I worry also for the fact that I just don't want to start feeding back. And I feel like the more things I ask out of my monitor,
Sure.
and like
It gets
if a
nuts.
person is like literally on the ball when it comes to mixing,
But that's the
it's
biggest
a different
thing.
story.
That's the thing about asking them when they know about frequencies too, because then it's like, do you understand what's feeding back out there? Because it's like we're asking for all these things on stage and different mixes, and there's this hum coming, and they're like, I don't know where that's at. It's like we just got to find that thing and remove it.
I know. I noticed the last couple shows.
And there's a couple guys that know how to do it, and there's some that don't, and it's makes for a different show for sure.
But-
It's different, especially as musicians. If you've been on stage for like a very long time, you know what you like. You're easy with communicating it. You know, like it's the same thing with these guys that are running sound and stuff too. Unless they've been on like the battlefield for for X amount of years, they're only going to be able to communicate with you so far. And like, there's been times where like shit is just blowing up. You know what I mean? And you see the sound is like scrambling.
It's so simple always. If it's like just turn
scrambling.
the whole thing down.
or the whole
you
thing's
know?
feeding back. You look at the sound guy, he's out for a smoke. You're just like,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I guess
Perfect.
that's. But I will say, talking about monitors and being able to hear yourself, Richie. I know I strike the chord, but you got me on the in-ear monitors, and I will admit publicly to the people at home that you've been
Oh my
telling
gosh.
me for years to get in-ear monitors, and I doubted you. I said I didn't want them. I didn't like the look. I wanted to go pure, and I regret. I take it all back.
Is there anyone that really goes like that does the amount of like vocals that like the harmonies and stuff and everything that you do that goes like off just a wedge maybe? But like,
I'd like to
I
think
think
so.
to hear like that the intricate like thing.
Yeah,
doesn't
you
matter.
got
unless you have a monitor like that thing in your ear, like there's just so much stage volume going on in every like scenario that you're not gonna hear your mix on top of everything.
You
And,
know
like, this
what?
just ensures it.
I
you know?
felt like I just didn't want to get a new crutch. Like I didn't want to rely on in-ears from now on. You know what I mean? I'm just like, there's a monitor. I know every band I'm in always had a monitor kind of mix. No one used the in-ears, so it's a new thing. And I don't want to be all wired in. I don't want to be
like
held
if
down.
you
you know
didn't
what
like
I mean?
sing like multiple times or something, or like multiple sets, or like day after day or something like that, you can get away with just like, getting away with like just the monitor and playing that, and okay, you tearing your voice a little bit that day. It's like, you don't have to worry about the next. But when you're doing it like constantly, you're like have to like sound good. It's just eventually just gets to a point. But also the confidence. I also like notice like the confidence
Yeah.
goes up when you hear yourself singing.
Yeah, it's like someone whispering like right into your ear, like everything you're saying.
Yeah.
It's
But I like
perfect.
some of the wireless stuff. You know what I mean? You the the wireless guitar thing and stuff like that. And
You guys are all
tip up the
wireless.
pack. Yeah. You have to be.
No, we don't have the mics aren't wireless.
Yet.
Could go there.
yet. I'm just like, no. Then even more, you worry about even like frequencies bouncing around and stuff
Sure.
like that too. It's like there's a degree of I do agree with what you're saying. You don't want to feel like it's just all teched out.
Yeah, I
You
don't
know?
like getting too teched
Yeah,
out.
I know.
Unless you have
But
a
there's,
team
like-
to take
but there's-
care
yeah,
of it,
exactly.
then it's great.
Exactly.
But if you don't,
you got to be your own rat. You
got to be
And that's the
realistic.
thing. It becomes really tedious just doing it on your own and stuff too, setting that all up.
But game changer.
yeah, game changer,
Game
man, for
changer.
sure.
Like,
Game changer.
Like, I'm not going to lie. I felt so at ease knowing I have this crutch.
Because it makes you feel like
Not crutch. I mean, this necessity.
you
It's-
hear
it's solved.
you
Problem
hear your
solved.
voice. You hear your voice like that's over a mix and it's not pushing. And then all you can think to yourself is, okay, well, at least what I'm hearing and what I'm sounding like in these, thing, and I'm yelling into and blowing my voice out, whatever.
Yeah.
And you just got to rely that the sound guy out there is just making sure that it is what it is. You're singing to a mic. He's gonna either make it really loud or he's gonna make it like soft for the most part. But I don't know. It's definitely it's good to get
Live
the monitors
sound.
going. You need it. Yeah.
It's quite the gig.
Justin's been doing pretty sick with this little. I don't even know what's going on with this board over here that we got, this new one.
should learn how to use it.
I know. Show me how. I'm just used to the Soundcraft one. And it's always been us just like checking while you're doing it. The last like few scenarios.
I was gonna say, we
should
can
play
talk
with it
about
sometime. Just like
Yeah, I was gonna ask
sitting
you like
here.
because you're pressing certain buttons and assigning certain like that's definitely digital boards are a lot different from what I'm used to for sure.
Yeah. You should know it enough so that you can just operate it though.
Yeah,
Which we can.
I need
should have
to.
a little lesson one day.
I'm feeling like confident for the fact that like if I ever need, I always got the Soundcraft thing. I know how to work the echo,
Sure.
whatever, I cut whatever we got it. But at the same time, this take it to the next level.
You still can with this thing. Just plug and play. it's just like you can just plug them in and go and it'll work right away. But it's just a detail of what you can do with EQs and reverbs and delay.
I know we're talking about presets on it and stuff like that, but yeah. Hopefully, we're going to be start recording some more of the live shows and whatnot. And get some
nice to
content.
we were talking about that last time actually at the show. I think I brought it up about us. One of the shows at Agua Caliente in Cathedral City coming up, maybe when Eric's down in the fall, should have Eric there. We should see about if Agua has a video person, because they usually do have someone that's getting the footage. And then we set up a few cameras of our own, so we could have maybe 4, possibly 5 camera angles with 2 people operating those. And then we get the live feed from the board so we can record the audio and mix it properly. And we do like a whole live at Agua Caliente Casino, the whole show.
I wonder if they
release
would
it to
even have a full
Spotify.
team that could do
It'd
that.
be cool.
You know what I mean? Like maybe they've done stuff like that before at some of their other locations. They have a whole crew that can just make it happen.
That's true.
Because
Yeah,
it'd be good promo.
definitely.
I'd love to do that. That'd be awesome. Dreamboat's live.
We're looking forward to promoting these next like shows. We've been promoting it obviously and what, but I definitely feel like we want to kick it to next level. We got the extension on Agua Caliente till April, and yeah,
We gotta start
ideas
packing that
like
place.
this. Like I think it'd be awesome. Just more incentive to really want to get behind.
I mean, if you were able to go to Spotify and listen to our whole show live at the casino, you would know what to expect when you come see
You
us.
wouldn't
Then.
even need to come.
Yeah,
just
at least you know what we're
sit
playing.
in your car, close your eyes.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
But I like that idea. Yeah, that's the venue for it, I would say. And if we really promote it, especially in season when it's like October, if we did in October, I know there's so many of the snowbirds who love us will be back. You know, they'll be there, especially if you make a big deal. So
We're gonna get the CO2.
Oh my gosh! So how about we start with
Fire?
some? How about we start with
No,
some
the,
fans? Let's start with some fans.
Let's do
on
the
stage.
CO2 for one of those. It would be so awesome.
Could we ask? We should ask.
One of
if
these
there's any
days, I'm gonna
budget.
get CO2 in a show. It's the compressed air,
yeah, I know exactly.
It looks so good, even if we just had it a few times in the show,
Yeah.
but we planned it so Eric's right there,
It's
ready
like,
to capture
it's like
it.
poor man's like fire. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? It's a little easier to work.
Well, it's just like you're not quite at fire yet.
Yeah, you're not at fire,
not
but
the
we worked
level.
our way up. We started with fog. Oh, speaking
No,
of,
Smoking, but
it
you're not
it
on
goes to
fire.
CO2, then it goes to sparks, then it goes to fire, doesn't it? When like in
I
that
don't know.
specific order.
But I know we had a fog machine. We had 2 actually. We got foggy for a
foggy.
few years there. Man, like we played at the Cameron House in Toronto. Just the Cameron.
Were you guys doing it while you're playing?
Oh yeah. Just the front room of the Cameron House?
Yeah.
How small that is? That whole place would just be a
Smoke?
cloud of smoke, man. Do you remember that? We just
with
be like,
with two
Nice.
with two blue starlights.
filling that place,
Yeah,
eh?
Two
yeah,
blue
man.
starlights that used to. Like,
That's great.
And at least it'll look nice.
My
piercing
asthma.
through. That was good.
Did you guys have any lights?
Yeah. The
yeah,
starlights.
Starlight.
Nice.
Yeah. We gotta bring the
What
starlight.
happened to
back.
that?
We should be doing
Get
it.
those smoke machines on stage. It'll look like guitar pedals just
Or even like a haze.
leading
you know what
into
I mean?
every song.
It was getting comical. I remember like people would just like get like
Yeah, they were like leaving, like
That almost rings a bell, I swear to God, because I know I came to those shows at
Yeah.
Cameron House.
It was just a cloud of
Yeah,
smoke.
it was when you were just getting a little tipsy by the end of it. You know what I mean? Just getting the shit disturber that started coming out of each of us. Yeah, you're like 3 songs. People in the front stage like stop.
That was
And that's
fun.
one of those shows where when you get off stage, you're just right there.
There.
You're in the crowd. That's it.
Man,
What's-
this just gets sweaty.
I was gonna say, what's everyone's favorite Toronto venue? Who's gonna kick that off?
I don't know.
I can kick it off while you guys think. I'm
Sure.
gonna say the Horseshoe Tavern. Goes without saying. I love the Horseshoe. I love the lore of the Horseshoe. There's a really cool book that came out. It's not too thick, but it kind of goes through the whole history of the Horseshoe. It's since like 1945, I think, around there. It just has so much history, and so many bands have come through there. It's like the CBGBs of Toronto, in my
For sure.
opinion. And I just love the sound there. I love the vibe. It's like a little worn. It's worn in, and
Definitely worn.
just everything.
You know
so
what
much
you're getting
history.
when you get there.
So much history, but I always remember the first time I went into the Horseshoe with my brother. We had read an article in the Toronto Star talking about Bookie's New Music Tuesdays, that apparently there's all these bands. So we went on a Tuesday, and I remember getting in, and the venue's in the back. I remember I couldn't believe that the sound I was hearing from the back was a band playing. It was the best sound I ever heard for live sound. I couldn't believe it to this day. I was like, oh, there's a band playing. It just sounded so clear. And I think the Horseshoe has had like some of the best sound for a club in my opinion. And I love the Horseshoe and the whole staff there.
I can agree with that. I like to think for residencies, I always love the Cameron House.
Yeah.
And just rocking the Cameron House, the front room. It's always a great vibe. And yeah, the staff is awesome there too. Shout out to the Ferreros. And yeah, Horseshoe Tavern as far as our club gigs. We've always played like a club gig there at least once a year since like 2018 or and yeah, so yeah, exactly all the stuff you were saying about how awesome it is in the back room and you know what I mean.
A lot of stories and memories all over that place.
Nice.
What would you say, Jess?
I got to get some water after this, but I'd say the Bovine. Arthur used to have a apartment like literally across the street, so we would jam on the second floor of his apartment, go down the stairs with our gear, and just walk down the street 1 block, and we're at the show. So it was the greatest like load into a show ever.
That's awesome.
Play the show, walk out, walk into his place. It's like you're done just from there to there, you know. So we just by default we just kept playing the Bovine.
Which band was that?
Usually with Sketch. I can't
yeah.
remember what else we would have done there. There was some other kinds of shows there, but we did a lot there. Yeah, those are stomping ground.
Yes,
and that's that. I need some water.
The Bovine was crazy. You know which venue I liked, Chris/Richie, was the Silver Dollar. Like we had some cool shows there.
Yeah,
that's such a shame that it's not around anymore. That was with Dan Burke. He was booking the shows. Played some really cool shows there.
Even like before the Boats, playing some shows there and stuff. I remember playing there with the Odysseys.
Yeah,
old school.
Once the ocean parted ways.
Yeah, but I liked playing on the stage, but it was just like people playing in front of me instead of like left to right. You're kind of addressing people kind of left to right kind of thing. You know, it was definitely a different stage, but yeah, it was. I remember that.
Silver Dollar.
Some good memories in that venue for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Looking forward to playing Elmo.
The Elmo Combo. Yeah, we're playing there in September, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently.
Yeah, late September.
That'll be cool. Yeah, the Elmo, the new Elmo. We'll see what it's all about. I haven't been there yet. Have you been in?
I've been there, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. I saw a couple shows there, I think. What's the name of that band?
So it's CJ. I know the band you're talking
Harmonies.
about.
Yeah.
Harmonies.
That was
Harm and Ease.
That was a wicked show. It's like kind of one of the first shows we went to in Toronto in years. And it was full of people and nobody had to wear masks. And it was just this energy, like never to show where like everybody was just so nice to each other in the whole place because they're like, hey, it's just good we're here, you know? It was like this. I was like, oh, this is not like a Toronto show. This feels weird. But
I remember seeing,
but it was nice
with that. How is that band? Like what do they sound like?
Harmonies.
They're rocking, yeah.
They're the ones on TikTok with like a lot of followers.
Oh, no
I was
way.
talking about.
I was seeing like
I want to emulate
a little bit
their
online.
stuff. Yeah,
nice, that's awesome.
That's those
Very
guys.
rock and roll. What are they, like 70s, I guess you'd say? Probably like 70s inspired kind of thing.
Yes, yeah.
They dress up pretty cool and everything. And
that's awesome that CJ played
and
with
they
them.
rip together really
They're
well.
from like Argentina?
I think they're from Argentina and they're living in like Burlington or Hamilton.
Yeah.
How
But
does CJ get hooked up with those guys?
I don't know. He just knows everybody.
Yeah, he just knows everyone. Oh, jeez. Shout out to CJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
CJ. But yeah, that band, their TikTok game is good. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah,
really
they're
good.
on it.
Yeah, I really want to emulate kind of what they're doing.
Nice.
But hey, that's it. That's how you can make it these days. You don't even have to be playing shows. You can just be doing TikTok content and you could be a TikTok band and then you release a song and that's it. And it could get arguably more exposure than playing 13 years in this band, would give us. It's kind of nuts to think that,
It's good that like now that we're able to do that and just being in the place to do it and just like, just have the team to like make it happen. You know what I mean? Like, geez, you're killing it and killing all the content and stuff like that too. It's like, hopefully just get some more ideas and just make them happen. You know, there's tons of ideas.
Yeah.
A lot of funny and just obviously random shit that just pops up as well. Trying to kill a cockroach. I'm fucking how many
that was a
comments
whole
did we get on that?
situation.
Yeah, that was hilarious. You guys.
You're on it. Cucaracha.
Is that a bee over there on the ground?
No, that's a piece of my sock.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a lint for my sock. It looks like a
buzzing.
bee.
Looks like a bee from here.
I've been catching a few bugs around here. I think I saw a little baby racha last night too in the bathroom.
Oh no.
Had to eliminate him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saw one in the kitchen. We didn't tell him about it.
Yeah, big, eh?
Same size.
Same size?
It was like the same thing. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
What was it doing? Where'd you find it?
Just walking.
He's out for a stroll.
Strolling.
I didn't even tell you guys about this one.
He was under the stove, just walking along the ground in the
Yeah,
kitchen.
I didn't even tell you about this one, man. This one was another horrifying experience.
Tell me there's 3 of them?
Check this one out.
Because I'm packing.
Check this out.
If I hear there's a 3rd one, I'm packing.
Check this. So, like, you know that little table thing that's in the middle of the kitchen?
Yeah.
Like in the middle of the kitchen.
island?
The
You walk
island.
around the little, yeah, there's the island, but there's like that little wooden table that's
Yeah.
in between, you know,
Okay.
in between where like the counters.
Yeah, that one. The cutting with the island with the cutting board
Yeah,
on it.
so I was like sweeping up one time and I like got under and I was in barefoot and I like sweeped it and then I like stepped on something and then I like lifted my foot up and it was like a dead cockroach like that.
Oh, no.
Like this. And then when I lifted up, it was stuck on my foot.
Oh, dude, this was after that one?
No, this was like before.
You didn't tell us.
No, I didn't tell you.
Oh.
I almost died, man. Oh my god.
Oh
I was
my
like,
God.
Oh fuck.
And then, so that was the second time it happened to you.
So he knew. That's why when we complained, we're like, Richie, bring the thing. He was like, I know what this is.
Yeah, you just came. You
He
came
already
running.
knew. He already knew what was
Oh,
happening.
man.
He's like, oh shit, I
thought-
know that emergency.
Yeah, I know that
We
call.
cut out that beginning part where we're like, Chris, emergency, come now.
What took you so long? Swiffer?
Yeah,
Swiffer.
Oh man, took one
Nice.
to the toe. Took one
Yeah.
for the team on
Took
that
2
one.
to the toe.
Oh man, no, the
One to
first
the
one,
foot,
the
one to
first,
the
the
toe.
first one was horrifying because I stepped on it. I
dude.
looked, and the thing like
I'd be having nightmares.
It was alive and you
no,
killed
no,
it, or
it wasn't.
it was
It was dead. And imagine
thank
stepping,
goodness.
imagine stepping on it with its legs like this, a toe going right in the
Yeah.
middle
Oh.
of it.
His feet went into you?
Its feet wrapped around my toe, and I lifted up. The fucker was still on my toe. Tell me I didn't like shriek. Like, oh my god.
It's like that sound I made in
Oh
here.
man,
Guys,
cockroach level
I don't like
sound.
this cockroach talk.
it's the season though. That's
What's
the thing.
going on
Everyone's-
here?
It's the season
You
to be
guys are
cocky.
hearing. You guys are hearing all the bugs. You walk out of the
We're due for a
supermarket.
cleaning.
You walk out of the supermarket. You hear those like buzzing like insects, man. They're like it's so.
Those are
loud.
crazy. But question for you: you remember those game shows like Fear Factor and stuff?
Yeah.
After seeing those I used to watch it, be like, no big deal, bugs fine.
Oh no, I couldn't do it.
A whole thing of cockroaches, pour it all over your body.
Nah, no, I just wouldn't
10
do it.
seconds. How much? You would do it for $1 million. You would do it for $1 million.
See, when you start doing that kind of money, then it's
No.
like then you start like being like, okay, I got to dig deep. You know what I mean?
No, you
Sure.
could do it for $1 million. If someone told you right now, $1 million.
Oh yeah,
10 minutes. Yeah,
I'd
no
swan
question.
dive
Hold
into
on,
these damn
you're
things
just
for $1
laying there
million bucks.
naked.
Well, not naked. You have
Naked
underwear
or
on.
naked? Yeah, I'd still do it.
You got some undies
No,
on.
it's got to be naked.
fully naked.
Yeah,
Fully naked, eh?
Yep.
Like, are you
Yeah,
lying
butt
down?
naked.
Am I able to lie
laying down on your back.
Lay down.
We're all doing
And
it.
someone you're just
Oh,
laying in a
that's
thing because it gets full of roaches.
Oh my
I would do
gosh.
it no problem. No problem.
I don't
The
know, man.
cockroaches
Do
are
they
gonna meet
bite?
your
Oh my
I think I
God.
do.
your little cockroach.
I think I do it for $25,000.
Oh my god,
25 grand?
no way.
I feel like I would do it.
Damn,
No.
I just
I don't even start thinking
Close
about this
my
stuff unless I
eyes.
hear a
I
million
couldn't do
bucks.
that, man. I'm thinking about that. I'm like, oh
Trauma.
my gosh.
I'll never get back from that.
no. You'll get back for a certain price.
I think that's true.
Anyways,
No, that's too much. I don't know if I can make that happen.
Let's update you guys on the cockroach situation another time. Hopefully it goes away.
we'll check back in next week. Yeah, hopefully no new news. Yeah,
I got like, what's Bob?
I'm not gonna lie. I go into the bathroom and I'm always
Got me on
under the-
high alert.
Oh,
I,
you
feel, I didn't even.
see, check under the toilet seat.
I didn't
and
even sleep last night. I think this is why it's the
My-
cockroaches.
My worst neighbor is like sitting on the toilet and just cockroach.
Something crawls up your ass.
Some roach gets up in there.
Oh my God.
Roach.
Yeah.
I don't think they'd want to go.
Apparently they're coming from the ceiling. I don't know.
They dart at you. I never knew how fast they
No,
were.
that
They
thing, you can tell whenever
crazy.
I've seen that video.
darted for your
And the
foot.
reason I watched it so much times is I was cracking up hearing this fucking guy laugh over here after that. Oh my gosh. And but you can
Couldn't
tell,
believe
you
what
can
I was
tell-
seeing
you
with
can
my
tell
eyes.
in the video, you can tell in the video, this little bastard roach rolls around the corner, okay? Like runs at me like full fucking speed.
Pure
And then,
kamikaze mission, man.
Yeah.
and then
you or me.
It sensed me, and you can tell it pumped the brake. You know what I mean? It pumped
That's
the brake,
crazy.
and then it collided into my toe, and then like ran
bolted the other direction.
Oh
and like
my
went
God.
under the sink.
That was so funny,
And
man.
I shrieked.
And then
Doing
it's
the
got
dance.
its head removed.
Oh man! Oh my! I don't know. I didn't
No wonder
mean to,
it's running like
I didn't
that.
mean to decapitate it.
Yeah,
It's
I
just,
know,
This is how the things happen.
And it
I
was
just
still,
fucking-
it was
Things
still
happen
kind
in
of
the
alive.
battlefield.
Yeah, it was still kind of alive
course
though.
they're
And then you
alive.
threw it in the garbage.
Now we know that it's kind of like, when a chicken gets its head cut
Yeah.
off, that's the same situation with a cockroach.
Gotta-
The body's trying to keep going.
You gotta
That's it.
finish him.
Finish
Flush
him.
him?
I yelled at like some Mortal Kombat thing. Finish him.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that was fun.
That was funny.
That was
Yeah.
that was quite the evening scare.
That was an eventful night at the house.
Yes, it was. Speaking of evening scares, my car's transmission may be dead. That kind of sucks.
Yeah.
I just
yeah.
not looking forward to dealing with that, especially just getting the car like 4 days ago.
Oh yeah.
We'll get to that in a minute.
I feel for you.
Had
on
to
that
be
one,
something.
man. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It was just one of those things. You're like, it's almost becomes comical. You know what I mean? It's like
Every day something happens.
it almost
Yeah.
becomes comical.
It's comical.
You take it. That's one thing about California is it definitely has taught you how to just take it on the chin.
You take it right on the chin, kid.
Yeah.
That is for sure.
Build a little thicker skin. Just like, all right.
For on top of weathered skin.
It's just like this happened now. Okay.
Yeah, I know, and that's what it was so matter of fact.
That's
We're just
that.
driving.
I think that's where that comes from because I was starting to say that so much, and then you mentioned the whole Goodfellas thing.
That's that.
And that's that.
It's just like, yeah, that's that.
It is what it is.
What else am I gonna do? Time to move on.
That's that.
That's now like
Bring the
that.
mechanic.
That is that.
But I was trying to convince Johnny to
Car's
be
just
like,
rolling.
to just be like,
How did you get back?
don't he just drove back.
Puttering.
Trying to convince him to be like, just try to just look it on YouTube, buy the part.
The problem.
You can do it
No,
yourself.
no, no.
Do it.
If it's the whatever.
I think I
what's
had
it
the
called?
diagnosis machine. I should check it. We should check it out. I think I still have
Always
it.
go for the cheaper thing first if you can.
Yeah.
See what's going on.
I the one. What's that thing called again?
What the diagnostic tool?
No. The other thing that you think it's the part of.
Throttle body.
A throttle body. Yeah. If it's the throttle body, we can do it. It's easy. But if it's the transmission, I got some serious
you
decisions
got some
to
serious issues. Yeah. So let me see if I can find that
We'll
too.
get to that
I don't know where the
tomorrow.
heck it's at, but
make. But
if
that's-
it'll come up, then it will come up.
that's an example. We should do on every episode the scare of the day. And,
Disaster of the day.
Disaster
Yeah.
of the day.
Sure.
And the disaster of the week goes to.
Yeah, you start getting awards.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Here's
yeah.
today.
Yeah. GoPro doesn't work. We're on
Well,
Plan B.
we'll see what's going on there.
GoPro Hero
Yeah.
3 Plus.
Nice.
Yeah. Taking it back a couple years.
Gets the job done,
Nice.
doesn't it?
As long as it works. That's it. That's where we're
You got
at.
Zoltek on audio.
That's
Things
where
are
we're at.
okay.
Yeah. Life is good.
We had a good jam the other day with Andy.
Oh, yeah,
Andy
Andy.
Kahan was here, and we were talking about doing an episode with him when he was here, but we jammed for so long. We went bowling for a bit, and we recorded a bunch of songs. So
Yeah.
You got to get him on here and just pick his brain. Have some look at his book. Just look at some pictures. And be
Yeah,
like, what
talk
happened
through those
here?
situations
what
with
happened
him.
Here? Why are you with Ringo here?
Andy, hopefully you're listening to this.
It's all in
And
his book.
come back again and let's have this talk. We need this conversation.
His book is great. The most famous musician you've never heard of. Is
We've
the-
got it here today.
Oh, yeah. We have it. Yeah. There it is.
If you call within the next 60 minutes,
Yes.
you can get it for the low price of.
It's on Amazon, and it's a collection of Andy's photos with all of the people he's played with, met, interacted with over the years, and
Look at
it's got everyone.
Open it right to the Turtles, Happy Together.
Yeah,
And that's what we were recording the other day.
Nice.
yeah, and the songs so far are sounding great. So Andy, big shout out! It was a pleasure hanging with you and bowling with you.
You're just so fun.
Can we get him here in spirit if we open
Yeah.
the book here?
Sure.
Keep him up there?
There you are, Andy.
Andy's with
You're
us
already
today.
on the
Send him a
show.
picture of the set.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that was fun. Justin recorded the whole thing, and we got a lot of good songs out of it. But Happy Together, I feel like we can.
That was the
probably
most fun.
release that.
I think that'll be a legit release. It makes you know what it makes me want to do is kind of like record real drums with it for that one or something. But it's
I'd be into it.
already pretty good.
I'd
you
be
know,
into it.
we just mic them up and record it to
Yeah,
whatever
if
we did. You
that-
just jam along.
Yeah, I think that'd be awesome.
We could even do that, bring Andy back in. I just feel like it's that kind of song that when we started playing it, I'm like, man, if we spent the time looking at the production of the song and all the bells and whistles that they add, all the tambourines and background vocals, it'd be such a cool version of that song. It would sound so modern because fantastic song.
It sounds
Yeah,
heavy.
maybe just be a good like revival of that song.
There's
Yeah,
been a
it
couple,
would be,
there's
at
been a
least for
couple
us.
different. There's been a couple different revivals.
No, if we could
with
really
that.
make it cool. Yeah.
Have
We
you seen
can-
that? Have you
maybe
seen
it's
the
time
movie?
for another one.
What's the name of that movie with like? Is it The Great Gatsby?
I feel like that's a
Okay.
song that would continue to get used in so many movies.
Yeah. The Great
that's
Gatsby
why it
has
could be
a
a good
wicked
reason.
version of it. Like we're sticking it. We're going pretty traditional with it, but there's been a couple like different like out there remakes.
Sure,
of
of
songs that I
course.
thought were really really cool.
It's the kind of song that you could do a lot of cool stuff with it.
I always love that song, especially growing up, man. It's crazy.
It's cool doing it with Andy though, because he gives us that insider vibe of like
This is how it was played.
how to make it like the original.
Like he was telling me about the drums. He also played drums like when he was younger, and still does. And he was like, yeah, the fill goes like this, pop, 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 with like both hands, as opposed to a big right,
Nice.
left, that I would have done and was doing. Even those little kicks, he's like, oh, this is important. Like, do
Nice.
this, Phil. You know?
Yeah.
I was like, as soon as we started doing it, I looked up and tabbed the whole thing note for note because I was like, I realized I'm like, oh, if I don't know something, he's gonna be like, well, do it like this. So I was
Yeah.
like, I might as well just write the whole thing out.
Yeah.
But it would have been fun. I was imagining, if we would have had the time to do it where we know all the vocal parts and are doing it live, it would sound amazing.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, with all the vocal parts going on.
It'd be cool to play it with him at some shows too.
We would just put it in the set
Just
list.
get him to like direct it as well. I mean, if you were to play like as the trio, I'd probably jump on bass, keep it pretty simple. You
I
do
mean,
the
we
leads
could even
downstairs.
could we not put it in with a 4-piece situation too? I
for
think
sure.
we could if we get it down.
Yeah.
You just got to learn, whoever.
Then we just have
leads.
Yeah,
But that's
Breaking
fine.
Dreamer rule number 4 though. Nothing past 65. Well, I think we're.
hey man, we're already playing 2022.
I think we're.
I think the walls are down. Let's
the
just
walls
cover
are
some
down.
songs.
We've also never played with other people. Like we said, episode 1, we're just playing with everyone now. We're playing a gig. Oh, not this gig, but one coming up with Vitor on guitars.
And
On guitar.
engage as well.
Looking forward to
Engage.
meeting you, both
Yeah.
of you guys.
We'll meet you at the show. I know, essentially. It's what it's like these days.
Yeah. So I mean, we could play some other songs. It was a lot of fun playing it. I don't even know what year it was. What was it? Do you know?
Ooh.
67.
Is it that late? Could be.
Yeah.
Can't get that fill out of my head.
That thing? Yeah. That was fun.
1971.
But yeah, the version we have so far is sounding great. We pulled it together,
It says 71 here.
and
That's late. Yeah, this is great.
it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Long
Also, just
day.
having them direct us too. Just yes, just, let us know what to do.
And we recorded right in this room.
It was such a vibe every time we would, because we played it so many times. Every time it was like, okay, let's start it. And Andy would start it. I'm like, yo, we're playing the song right now.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
It felt like we're playing it with the guy in the band that makes
Yeah,
it sound like that,
sure.
you know?
Yeah,
It was a
exactly.
vibe.
I like
yeah.
how he told me to count in at first, and then after a while he would just start. I'm like, thank God.
Yeah.
'Cause I was just like, what
You know what to do
yeah,
here.
just we'll follow you.
I mean, the first night we met him, he played it at a club.
Yeah.
We went out to a club that night, and Andy jumped on the keyboards and just played
the guy
that
was-
one
the guy was,
song.
like, bigging him up. And
I was like, oh, that's such a cool way to meet him.
yeah,
Yeah.
totally, very friendly.
That was the first
guy.
time we got to hang with him. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
such a sweetheart.
He's always
We were at the McCallum for David Foster, I think, and then we went over there. The shout out.
That was cool. yeah. Oh, and shout out to Julie.
Julie.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was all. She introduced us to Andy, and also did the shout out at the theater as well. That was fun.
It was.
Thanks for doing that, Julie.
And speaking of someone else, I mean, last night we were hanging with Cece. Our friend Cece took us to see a Western swing band, which was awesome, called...
Something Seabiscuit.
Oh,
No, I have the shirt.
Biscuit something in Co.
Why am I forgetting the name? Anyways,
We
it was
suck.
awesome.
Yes.
It was really fun. Cece, thank you so much. We went for a little steak dinner too. We were getting spoiled.
Spoil rotten.
Thanks so much, CC.
We love you, Cece.
The best CC.
It's always nice every now and then, like just people from around here, they know we're from out of town, and just they'll take us out for different evenings and dinners here and there, and it's always so nice.
She's
that
such a-
people
she-
take us
yeah.
in like that.
And it was cool to see that kind of music here in America.
Yeah.
Americana, like, what else would you call it?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
this
Western
very
swing.
instrumental.
Yeah.
Western
yeah.
Swing Americana.
Yeah,
and they were
totally.
called Southwest Biscuit Company.
Yes.
Southwest
And
Biscuit.
the dude on the steel guitar
Yeah. Oh, the lap
was
steel or
the
whatever.
lap steel. That thing just was like, that made the night for me. That was the coolest thing.
Oh,
I love that instrument, and just, I could watch that for hours for sure.
They were all ripping it up. It was fun. It
They
was
did.
really
Everybody
cool.
ripped it up, but
yeah. They all had their moment. Even the bass player would bring out the bow and just sort of rip
We
it
had
up.
some looks going on during the bass thing. Because I'm just like,
No, I was looking at you. I wanted to see your expression.
And I'm just like, nobody cares about a bass solo. That's when you looked at me. I'm like,
Sorry, Justin.
nah, bass solos aren't
Justin,
cool.
you got to bring out the bow, man.
No, man, you got to do something. You got to do like Brian, the balancing, but you got to come up with your own thing.
You'll be all Robert Face.
But I'm not like a circus dude. You know, I like play
Not
instruments.
yet. You want to play in this band, kid?
Yeah.
I mean, on the trapeze. Yeah.
Yeah, I looked at the whole chin thing once and I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
I need to see the dentist as it is. I don't need to get there earlier.
Yeah. It's been done though, too. You got to come up with something. You know, light it on fire or something. I remember Jay in White Cowbell had like a little cloth on the end of his bass. He had this steel like head that was split in two. It was like a unique design.
Steel.
And and he like lit this thing and you'd be playing with this like fire on the end of it. It actually looked really cool.
Nice.
That's awesome.
I've seen some new ones that I'd love to get. Like Fall Out Boy has it where the bass shoots fire out at the end of the thing.
Yeah, that's insane.
It's got a whole no, it's past that. It's fire coming out of the guitar. So while he's playing, I guess he's got a button back there or something.
That's fucked.
But it's a wireless
Fans?
this flame that just comes shooting out of the headstock of the
Whoa.
bass.
That's
awesome.
awesome.
So imagine a riff just
Mr. Luke,
just flamethrowers.
just roasting everyone.
Let's get real.
Roasting everyone.
Let's get real. You're on stage with a flamethrower. I want to do that for
hey,
real.
man.
That's on my new bucket list.
Okay, anything's possible.
Play with a flamethrower on stage.
Anything's possible,
Yeah.
man. I want the drum kit.
Well, you know, Steve from Sum 41 used to light his sticks on fire.
I know. Everyone talks about the sticks.
Wiz has got to do it.
I get nuts.
Wait, get nuts,
Fire?
man.
Los Cabos?
Do one of those other dudes like they do on social media where they put like the water paint and you just start the show bashing the cymbals and you get the
Yeah. And then do the
All
old
the-
like,
yeah. I used to do that one
Yeah,
quite a
yeah,
bit.
yeah.
That was one of my things.
Yeah.
Until I stopped doing shows.
If you need
Sketch
lessons-
shows, I used to get like a mouthful, turn around, beginning of the show. I would just spray everybody in the front, and it's
Oh
like
my gosh.
it's either on or it's not. At that point,
yeah.
it's either just like fucking punk rock, or it's just like that guy just spit in our faces.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
Most of the time, it
hilarious.
works.
Yeah.
There's been times where it hasn't, but few and far between.
Yeah. Oh.
You just kind of roll with it.
That's hilarious.
Yep. Well,
I remember there was one time we were playing, what the heck is the name of that venue in Brampton? And Tom was playing Fight for Your Right to Party. And you're like, and he's like rocking, you're like rocking out with me, like facing me. And I was like rocking out with you. And then like he just went and just like spat over my shoulder, like right into the wall. And I was like,
Yo, I remember that actually.
I looked up, I was like,
I used to
Like,
hoard
on the window?
loogies all over the stage.
Oh, really?
my gosh, man.
Yeah, everywhere.
oh my
Used
God.
to just have this like, when I'm done with this stage, it's just gonna be plastered with loogies. There was a little phase there.
You're like the horseshoe carpet there. That's
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
what
man.
happened.
Leaving some DNA in this venue.
Yeah.
Don't quite do it these days.
No.
I'll get the rare one if it's really needed, but I tuck it behind things now.
Hey,
Definitely.
Loogie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one knows it's there, but it's there.
I think I've seen a couple of those. I see some questionable.
Could have been.
Yeah, it could have been. Oh, that's funny. I remember
More punk rock days, I guess.
with White Cowbell. Obviously, we had the guy with the chainsaw, and he would cut things up, but he would often like leave his mark on the stage. So if it's a wooden stage or
Nice.
something, he'd carve in WCO on the wood with a chainsaw.
Right.
But like some venues, he'd
Not down.
do it and they like weren't down. You know what I mean? But he was just in this character. You know what I mean? Chainsaw Charlie, you could do no wrong. He's like, I'm gonna do.
Did he ever
whatever I
get
want.
like charged or something?
No, well, not while I was in the band.
Okay.
At all. But it
Like
was
right in the middle of a stage.
I just remember like he did it on someone's stage. The guy's like, "Oh, that was like a new stage or something."
I could
like
see
that.
at the wrong venue how
Yeah.
it'd be like,
Oh, yeah,
yo,
for
sure.
you're fixing this, you're getting charged.
But there were many venues. I remember my first tour across Canada where I would get to the venue, my first time ever, and I would see the outline of WCO, like he'd done it before, and then below was a tally. And then at that point in the show, he just like, if it was the fifth show, he'd go, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? He shows every time they played there. It was actually really cool now that I reflect on that because
That's awesome.
it's forever there. And some of the owners just love it. They're like, yo, gonna do it again. Fill it in for me, and he'll go over it. During the show.
They're looking forward to that. They know when they book them, they're like, we're gonna put another mark on here.
We gotta do something. We gotta do something like that.
And Suave used to like draw backstage with a Sharpie. He would like write the Ill Scarlet logo, always like different, and do a bunch of their custom art because he did a lot of their art, and he would do it around the name in different venues. So then when we go back, he kind of add to it a bit, you know.
That's actually interesting. Imagine never mind. I was gonna say like we came up with a.
I don't think you can trade. You can leave your mark on these venues.
That's what
we
I was gonna
play.
say. We gotta create like a custom piece of art or something like
a sticker. That's about it.
Yeah, the sticker.
Or if you want, if you want to do yourself a sticker. Otherwise, you can just come up with something.
Yeah,
signed poster or something.
Or something that's ready for them to put up on the wall or something. You know what I mean?
That's a good idea. Like kind of like
that we can add to. It's gotta
fits
have
the band. It fits the band.
Have all that in there. It's got to have all that.
Could be the show poster,
making people want us to come back.
Sure.
Yeah, interesting. We gotta chew on that idea. That's pretty cool.
That is a good idea.
Yeah, it is fun leaving the mark.
Let's write that one down.
Right.
Graffiti.
Thanks.
Leave your tag.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I was gonna say something. Yeah, that's that.
Wrap it up.
Might be time to wrap it up here. I think it'd be a good time.
Get something to eat.
All right. Yeah.
We're always eating.
Well, it's been a slice.
Has been a slice. Thanks, guys, for tuning in.
And that's that.
And that's that.
There was nothing we could do.
Oh, we had a problem. I mean, we tried to do everything we could.